useEffect hook, a React hook that allows you to run side effects. It takes two arguments, a setup function, which contains your effect's logic, and an optional dependency array. In short, all useEffect does is that it runs your setup function every time something from the dependency array changes. Let's see how useEffect behaves based on its second argument. If you pass no dependency array at all, your effect runs after every single re-render of your component. If you provide an empty array as a second argument, the effect will only run after the initial render. And lastly, if you specify the dependencies, your effect runs after the initial render as well as every time one of your dependencies changes. Make sure that you include all the variables which are defined outside of useEffect into the dependency array. Here, I have three examples. In the first example, we use the useState hook with an empty dependency array in order to fetch data, set the state, and finally display the data. The data is fetched as soon as the component is mounted. Here's the same example, but with additional state variable called timeToFetch, which is false but can be true if we click the button. useEffect runs on component mount, but nothing is fetched since timeToFetch is false. After clicking the button, useEffect is run again since the button click changes the value of the variable timeToFetch. This time, the data is fetched and displayed. And lastly, let's use the useEffect hook without the dependency array. When the component mounts, the data is fetched and stored inside variable data. This in turn causes re-render, which causes the useEffect to run again. We have created an infinite loop. When to use useEffect? Here are some guidelines from React docs to keep in mind. Pause this video if you want to read them all. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.